Hey everyone, welcome to the tutorial on how you can create the design recently seen in this Get This look, all on creating a knockout design with pattern HTV. All right, so you can see that I have my template brought up on the screen. I just want to talk a little bit about where each piece that is creating the design came from. So we just imported a basic font for my C here, which is the large text. And also a square box from the Add Clip Art tab. Right, a little bit about this font here because it's not a font that comes with CadworxLIVE. This is something that I uploaded. All right, so whenever you are working with different fonts and you want to be able to upload your own, all you do is type in your text, go to the font section, and there will be an option at the bottom right-hand portion of this window. It'll say Upload Font, right? I already uploaded that and it is in my Fonts tab over on the left-hand side, right? This is the font that I use, Cookies and Milk Regular. Again, this is something that I downloaded and uploaded into CadworxLIVE using that process we just reviewed. Right, so that is the text that we're seeing here. The other text that we're using is the Wildcats. For Wildcats is the Aiken font. This is a font that does come with CadworxLIVE whenever you begin working with this program. So this isn't anything that was uploaded. You can find that right in the library whenever you begin working. Right, so now let's get into how we created that knockout design. The first step I'm going to do is whenever I create my repeating text, I'm going to group those together by going to shaping and condense. Since I already did that step, condense isn't showing up for me right now. It's not something that I can use because they're already condensed together, but I just want to point that out as a step so that you're not duplicating each of these at a time. All right, so I am going to duplicate this repeating text, and by choosing the Control D, I'm going to shift that over to the side because that's not something we're going to be using right now. I'm going to take my first section of text and drag it over to meet this C. As of right now, it's laid over top of that. What I want it to do is go behind that C. So I'm going to right click and choose to back. All right, so that is going to push my text to the back. So now I'm able to punch that C through the text. So that's the goal we're trying to achieve here, get that C through the text. The first thing we want to do before we do that though is make sure it is exactly center and middle of my text. So we're going to the Align tab and we're going to choose Center Middle, and that will align everything up for me. The next step is to go to Shaping and Back minus Front. All right, so that's going to punch that C through the text that it's laying over top of. All right, so once I move this, you can see that that is completely punched through there. So we don't need this C anymore. We can delete that and remove it from our screen. What I'm going to do now is drag over that original text that I duplicated and change the color of it. What I want to do now is make this text fill in that section, but we don't want to direct layer this because it's going to be a little difficult to do that at the heat press. So what we want to do is make sure they are directly laid on top of each other. So I'm going to select both of those together and go to Align and Center Middle again. All right, so now I know everything is directly lined up. So we're going to do that same option that we did with the C and go to Shaping and Back minus Front. All right, so that's going to create that C shape in that text. And now we're going to be able to use a different heat transfer vinyl to fill in that area, such as we did in the Get This Look video using the CAD cut patterns. Once that processes, we will be able to completely remove this C, and now this is going to read as a completely different section, and we'll be able to cut that as a different heat transfer vinyl. The last step is to punch through the Wildcats text. So what we want to do is make sure this is center of the box that we have here. So I'm going to select both of those and go to Align and Center. Now, whenever I punch this through, what I want to do is create a little space so that it makes for easy alignment whenever I am at the heat press. So I'm going to add an effect to my Wildcats text, and that is going to be the small contour. So it's going to add a little line touching the text there, so you can see where the gray is. That's going to give me some space whenever I'm going to line this up. But what we need to do for that to work is back minus front the Wildcats text with the square. So we'll go to shaping, and that same feature that we've been using, back minus front, we're going to do the same thing. Then we'll remove that contour and keep our original Wildcats text. And when I zoom in here, you'll be able to see that there is now space. So it will make for easy alignment with those gaps being there. And now we're removing also the possibility of having to direct layer. So although this design looks like it's going to be completely direct layered, it's not going to be, which is going to make it feel great on the garment, and it'll make for easy alignment so that the production of this design is easy at the heat press. And that is how you create the knockout design with CAD cut patterns.